Hello everybody and welcome to probably the last episode of Anno Botanica. We're back here in Crown Falls and finishing up preparations for the Arctic for the new DLC starting the day after tomorrow. But before we go there, of course, we still have some work to do here actually. So first of all, still some productions, we still need some steel, we still need some oil. So those two things are on my priority. But we also want to get rid of those rides there for good, so I'm not going to use any propaganda anymore. We're going to finish this castle there in the background, and we're also finishing the second botanical gardens that we have here. I prepared a bit of a blueprint here, it's not built yet, so we still need to build it ourselves. At the moment we do lack some influence because, well, once again, I was foolish enough to use some propaganda, and as you know, propaganda is very bad, especially for those riots there that are increasing. There we have it, very good. So I guess we just have to go with the way it is here. This is especially bad here, so need for consumption plus 10%. Oh boy, I don't know, we'll see how that actually affects my goods that I'm producing right now. I think it'll go down quite quickly. Now what I have prepared, first of all, we still need some steel because steel is so important for lots of consumer goods like the sewing machines. So in this case we have here this island here that I'm not even trying to pronounce that, so we're just going to call it home or something like that. And here what we want to do is we want to have a second steel production. The good thing here is we do have 2 iron deposits there. That's a rare thing, honestly. So iron is not that common in those islands here in Cape Trelawney, and of course I also don't want to build another town here right away, or again, we've got quite a few towns there now. And what I want to do is I will just have a commute pier here so we can share once again the workforce that we need. And then I'm just going to have the streets here to those 2 iron deposits. So one is down here and the other one is here, quite close. And then we have 2 coal deposits. Of course I will also need both of them. And over here, very good. Now let's have a look. We need a warehouse here and here, and also one on this side there. And then we'll just get 2 iron mines. Whoops, that's not it, that's the one, that's the one. And then we'll need 2 coal mines on those 2 sides, and that means 4 furnaces that I can build. So let's get 2 here so they're not too close together, you know, for fire hazards, and also to keep the load on my warehouses low there. And what I can see is really workforce is down there quite a bit. Guess we'll also need something there. Okay, so at least we got another steel production up and running here now. I'm not going to use my cargo ships for those trade routes because I don't have that many cargo ships anymore. As you can see, I'm also kind of collecting a bit of a fleet here, gathering a fleet here for our expedition to the Arctic. But we can spare one of them, Fenton. Actually, no, wait, Fenton, stay there. This one here, Nebuchadnezzar, he's on his, he is open. He's available, and we're going to have a trade route here from home now to Crown Falls with a bit of steel. Where are you, Nebu? There he is, perfect. Bell Cruise is perfectly fine for that. How's my consumer goods looking by now? They should drop quite hard, to be honest. So bread, soap is still looking good. Those things here are looking good. This was always pretty low there. Rum is also always pretty low. Coffee's looking pretty good. So not that bad at the moment. We'll just keep it like that. As you can see, we still have quite some rides here. Actually, it's more. I think it's gotten more. Ride chance is high because of newspaper. The thing is, I haven't done any propaganda now. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know why that's the case. Righto, so that's the one. The next thing would be the oil. So let's have a look down here. In Ender, we actually do have some oil springs over here. I've already transported some construction materials over here. Just one thing that I need to make sure before I actually start with that, we do need an oil tanker. I don't have an oil tanker at the moment, so we'll need to build one. There it is, oil tanker. Going to take some time before that finishes. And I also always like to check if we have some cargo ships available for purchase. Because they're really, really expensive by now. And I also always need the electricity on them. So what I will also do here in Crown Falls, let me have a look at that. We do have the harbor master here. We do have a fishery. I don't need that one anymore. We don't need that many fishes. What I can do here... Oh, what's that? Oh, there's a riot up here in El Sarao. Can't do much about it. What I want to do here is I want to have those steam shipyards. There it is. Big one. Going to build that here. Unfortunately, there's no... Oh yeah, there's no power here close by. Do we have power here? I think we do have that here, right? Nope. Okay, so we don't have any power close to the harbor area. We do have quite a bit of oil though, and I'm building another oil production. So it should be fine if we move this one here over there. Oh no, that's not possible because of those cannons, but we don't need those cannons anymore. You know, we got peace now, eternal peace, hopefully. Even though I want to show you something as well. Because we don't have eternal peace as far as I can see, because the Admiral is quite busy. Look at that. He's got lots, and I mean lots of warships. Not only in Crown Falls, but also in the old world. He's got huge fleets. Look at that. Huge fleets there everywhere. 3 big ones. They're all on Magwitch or close to it. So I think we actually need to get rid of him for good. He seems to be a real threat there. He's fighting against a pirate there. Against ships that are for sale. And he's actually, I think he's trying to prepare some war against me again. So I think we need to get rid of him entirely. Doesn't matter much, the next DLC is not going to play on this map here anyway. So I'm just going to try and get rid of him for good. Now the rum production should also be quite good. Yes, the rum is high on here, and we do actually have now 2 trade routes for coffee from Murillo and from El Spino to Crown Falls. So that means coffee should not be a problem anymore. And the thing is, since I stopped using propaganda, the rights have gotten more. So that is really something I absolutely don't understand. Look at the happiness there. Everyone's happy, theoretically, you know, so my population is quite happy there. And yet, we do have quite some riots there. Pollution, news seems to be bad, even though happiness is plus 10. Riot in vicinity and propaganda still increases the riot chance of plus 100%. Okay, so we probably need to stop using propaganda for quite some time before those riots recede. I don't know. Next up would be, before we start with the oil, this beautiful castle here. We start with that. We actually need to finish this, and we also need those old town mansions that we need to build. So what I want to do is I want to have a smaller area here with those old town mansions and the castle, because we need them for the Senate. We want to build the Senate, since with that mod, my people, my investors, also have this demand here, might, luxury demand for that, for power, I guess. And we need to fulfill that. And we can only fulfill that with the Senate. And the Senate requires 10 of those old town mansions, and that means we need to, well, have the castle there, and around that we're going to have some of those mansions then. Now, I do need the corner building, but that's not a corner. So I guess it's going to take a bit of time there before we can actually go for that, right? This is a castle side building. Main building. This one's the smaller one, right? I think so. Oh well, this could take quite some time here. Look at that, there's no corner. There is one. Right, so I would have to place it here. One. And now we would need to do the same thing again. That's a bit of a problem here. We need a smaller one here. Oh yeah, that's fitting actually. But we lack some concrete. We need to wait to produce some more concrete. The castle is almost finished. And then we have these old town mansions. But yeah, we need to wait for reinforced concrete. And while that is being produced and shipped here, we can actually start with the oil production over here now. So here's the harbor for that. And for that, we're going to have the oil harbor here. And then we have the oil refinery, I think. Yeah, we're probably going to need 2 of them. Yeah, we can afford that. Let's go in close here. This one. And then also... yeah, hopefully we can take it. We'll see. Here. Should be possible. Perfect, it's possible. Very good. So we can actually reach all of them. And then we just need the tracks here. And I think I'm going to keep it at 2 tracks. So the train doesn't overlap with the other one. All the way up to the oil harbor. Perfect. Yeah, that's working. And then we just have some oil wells here. 3 here and 4 on the other side. Very good, working out. The train's on its way now, and we also need some oil storage, of course. And thus we have a new oil production and the workers are low. So let's also... yeah, I would say we could upgrade some of them and... oh! Now the rides are... no, they're still there. Quite a few here. Bit of fire here. Explosions. They're quite annoying, those explosions, because they just destroy the buildings and I need building material again. And again. This time in Carthol. Have we finished an oil transporter yet? Nope, we haven't. We're probably going to use Mosquito on that route. Because Mosquito is not transporting any oil at the moment anyway. So let's get Mosquito 2 there to Crown Falls. And once we finish a second oil tanker, I'm going to be using this one then. Okay, but thus we have it. And yeah, oil is starting to ramp up here. Let's also upgrade this one for a bit more storage there. And then we just need the ship for that. So let's actually do it right away. Oil route from Andor to Crown Falls. And we'll be using Mosquito 2. Very good. That should hopefully cap the oil that we have here. We do have quite a bit of oil here anyway. So what we can do is having a power plant here and thus powering the steam shipyard. The thing is, at the moment we still need oil. But with the Arctic DLC, we'll be using gas as well. So you have some gas electrical power plants, and you can use gas for that then. No longer oil, which is not entirely necessary anymore then. And I'm going to place a power plant in here. Hopefully we have the space for that. That should be, yeah, perfect. That's working out. And yeah, going all the way down to the steam shipyard. Now I just need the tracks. And I guess we'll need to get rid of that street there. Very good. And now we just place that street over it again. And now we have some power down here as well. Perfect. Now we just wait for the train there. And then we have some power here on this steam shipyard. And we actually can already produce a cargo ship here and a second one. 2 cargo ships there. One is waiting here with the 3 battle cruisers. So that's the fleet that we're going to prepare. Of course, we still need some building materials on them then. Perfect. How's my steel looking so far? Yeah, it's still pretty low there. Consumer goods. Without any propaganda, rum is still low, which is really incredible to me that we need that much rum. Coffee's looking good though. So the only real problem is rum at the moment. The rest is not looking so bad. Rum is more important than beer for happiness anyway. But I do have quite a content population anyway. Except for the rides here. Alright, more coffee coming in here. Perfect. Now, let's see. Can we buy another share? We can. Yeah, he's accepting that, but I'm really afraid of his fleet there. I mean, I can counter them, but I don't want to. And why is Sean declaring war on me here? He probably just wants some money. Yeah, that's of course bad publicity there once again. Now we have peace. Of course, you don't see the peace in the newspaper. You only see the war. Look at that. We'll see the war here now. Yeah, war declared. Plus 50% right chance. I can't let it stand though. So we need to... really need to do that here. Sorry, fellas, but... let's have 1 page for propaganda there. Okay, hopefully that doesn't affect it too much, but it's still a bit strange that only 1 page of propaganda is enough to, well, kind of like causing this much riots here, this many riots here. That's incredible. Okay, so the steam shipyard now has electricity down here. Very good. Exactly what we needed. We can produce now some ships here as well. How is the steel looking here? Are we producing? We are producing. And are we producing oil? Very good. Also enough oil here. And the admiral threatens me. If I don't pay 40,000, he will declare war on me. Let's say yes to that for now. But it's kind of cute. Seriously though, look at these ships here on the map. So many spots there. 2 more shares and then we'll buy the last of his island in the old world. I will probably need to be a bit careful there though with my own ships then in the long term. Now, all of that said and done, I think we are quite stable now. Let's go back to Cape Trelawney now. We do have quite a good income there. My population is happy enough. Investors look a bit grim, but it's going to change soon. And what we can do now is actually finish the 2nd botanical gardens that we have. So we do have enough influence. And we also have the museum here. So we want to finish those 2 things here. Now, I do have the blueprint here laid out for this smaller garden there. We probably can have something here as well at some point. But let's just have a little entrance here. And then some ornaments around it. I also have a fence here now. Surrounding the botanical gardens there. And also here, yep, let's have that. Some cypresses. Do like the look of that. And on the outer side here, perhaps some normal trees. Temperate grove. No. Some elm tree. Perfect. Okay, surrounding that, and with that, let's finish the fence. We just need to, upgrade it, kind of. Also the corners. And this lot here. Perfect. And then we can just finish the exhibitions. and the gardens. The gardens are the most important thing here. And look at that, I really do like the shape of those gardens there. And we still have the bug though, unfortunately, that we can't upgrade those exhibitions. So we'll need to place them again manually. Like that. It doesn't even cost us influence, I'm a bit surprised at that. Perfect. Having it here. The next cargo ship has been constructed. And now we can just place some items in here. We have quite a lot of them. Also increasing our attractiveness even more. It's a pity that those buildings look so similar all the time, but well, can't change that. Giant water lily. Oh, that looks good. Yeah. Sacred blue lily. I like the look of that. And then we have some normal buildings around it. Here again. A beautiful second botanical garden here. We still have some room here that we can use then. And while we're at it, we could also expand the museum that we have here. We still have some items here, as you can see, like 6 items there. So we can still reach at least the next level there of attractiveness. Can I? At least here I can actually upgrade them. Perfect, there's the next level. We are now a delightful metropolis. I mean, that's a monster museum, right? We still need more items for that one here. It's huge, but we can afford finishing those exhibitions there at least. So 4 more items that we need before we can finish that museum here. Beautiful one. Perhaps we can have a garden back here. Yeah, perfect. Very good. Another botanical garden there. How's the rides looking? Not better, unfortunately. So we're stuck with those rides there. We have 1 cargo ship here now, and here we have another one. We are finishing a second one soon. Let's get it over here. How much oil do we have? It should be capping almost. It's going up there, definitely. How's the steel looking? Steel is looking fine now, perfect. So we don't need to produce that anymore. And yep, consumer goods. Looking quite good. Oh, already. Explosion. Over here. And home. But other than that, it's looking good. We should be having a, content population. Investors, they still want a bit of, power there. So we should focus on that. For the power though, we need steel beams. Since we have enough steel, let's get a steel works. We actually have 2 of them on the island. There they are. Let's increase their production and have a 3rd one here. So we speed the whole thing up a bit. There's not much space here though. Yeah, over here. No, that would... Yeah, let's just keep the 2 of them. And we have to wait a bit for steel beams there, because when we go back to the castle, we still have one more corner here. It's probably that one here, but it's looking a bit strange there. The problem is you can't have it symmetrical. Or this one here is too big. Yeah, let's get rid of that one here. Move this one in here. Now we have it symmetrical. Perfect. Now we have a beautiful castle there. Finished. We do need a little plaza here in the middle, I guess. And yeah, a fountain. We could have 2 fountains there in the middle as far as I can see. Very good. And then some pavings. Perfect. That even fits. Look at that. It even fits with the color of the castle there. And of course, we also want to have at least some trees in here. So those corners are perfect for that. And then we just have a few trees here. Temperate grove. Nope. Elm tree. Yeah. Perfect. Little courtyard here for the castle there. Perfect. And around that, I actually want to have some buildings. You know, we have the vineyard here, so where we're producing wine, and we can just use that as a perfect excuse to have some nobles here living here. Old Town Mansion. And yeah, they're quite expensive though. And we need 20 of them. That's quite a lot. So I do need more steel beams. That's the culprit. Should we have a fence around it? No, let's have a hedge around it. Hedge is better for castle area. This one here, straight hedge. Yep, looking good. Perhaps 2 statues here to finish off the touch that we have here. Very good. And we could also have a fountain garden to top it off. And in the middle of that, you guessed it, another statue. Yes, I do like that entrance here. Perfect. That's just how I like it. And yeah, what we can now have is some mansions around that. Once we have more of those steel beams, I'm already getting some in here, so we could start building some of them. Old Town Mansion. When we build something like that, let's have a look what they actually... Do they need something? Oh yes, these are investors living in there, okay? So they do need those goods here. And it also means they need electricity and stuff like that. So it's probably not a good idea to have them here. So we'll probably have them in the city. It's just way too much work to actually get all of those infrastructure things over there. So we'll probably have Old Town Mansions. Here. That would be a good place here, right? Or instead of the investors over here. Or close to the city, to the harbor area. That's a difficult one. Definitely need them for the Senate though. There are already people going to and fro to the Botanical Gardens there. Yeah, we probably... It's a bit empty here, so we probably should also have something else here then, but... I don't know what... I mean, it doesn't mean we stop, you know, continuing in Crown Falls here with the Arctic DLC. We're still coming back here, of course. We still want to continue expanding here. But so far, the city's pretty much... Yeah, it's not complete, but it's looking good, except for the rides there. All the production is done. We do have a beautiful castle here now. Outside here in this beautiful area there with those waterfalls there in the background. If I only would know what we could have here. Some gardens. Might be possible. This is not an end here though. We have finished another cargo ship now, perfect. So what we'll be doing now with those cargo ships here, we have to fill them with some building materials. Well, I still have a look at that one here. Yeah, rum. I wonder why rum is looking so bad all the time. We are producing quite a lot of that. And of course, here we're going to have like, this cargo ship here is full of timber and bricks. Very good. And this cargo ship here also has lots of timber. I guess we'll need a lot of timber. Some bricks, steel beams, and some windows. And of course 3 battle cruisers to guide them then to the Arctic. So my expedition fleet is ready for that. I'm going to keep the ship of the lines here as defense, and 1 cargo ship I can still use for some trade routes then that we have. Other than that, this is the end of Botanica for now. This is not the end of Crown Falls. This is only the end of this series, this Let's Play. And we're starting a new one on Tuesday with the Passage DLC. And then on to a new continent. And of course, we're still going to continue on this city here because I really want to get rid of those rides there. Stay tuned.